It's January the 25th. This is Video Diary Podcast number 6. It's only a week to my hospital appointment, so what's happening? Why has it been so long since I last did a diary podcast? How's the weight loss going? What mystery illness have I had that might delay my hospital appointment more? Why is 2024 the crunch time for YouTooSpain? And there'll probably be more. When I get talking, I'll go off on a tangent. Come with me and find out. Welcome to my YouTooSpain diary. Hi, Scats here. It's Friday the 25th of January 2024 and the dogs are barking. There's loads of activity outside. Let's talk about why it's been so long since I brought one of these diary podcasts out, shall we? Yes, why not? Well, the first few of them I released 2 each week, I think, and the last one was Thursday last week. It's now Friday, so it's been just over a week, 8 days. I did say I was only going to do one a week originally, so I think it's time to settle down into a rhythm so you know when to expect them. That's what they say about YouTube. The best time is one day a week and at a specific time on a certain day, so people know what to expect. So I've decided the best day for me is Friday, so I can also give a plug to the Saturday show each week, and then you can chat to me live on the Saturday and ask me questions about me as well if you want. Why not? So tomorrow I have our friend Lucia, the financial expert, not Lucia the lawyer. They're two different people. They're both lovely, but Saturday, tomorrow, it's Lucia, the financial expert. She's going to update you all on what tax you will pay in Spain in 2024 and also anything that's changed. Tax is always a hot topic, so I'm actually very excited about it. I'm excited about all of the live shows, but anyway, Lucia knows her stuff, so join us in the morning, Saturday at 10 o'clock Spanish time, 9 o'clock if you're in the UK, 4 o'clock in the morning if you're in New York. My next diary podcast will be next Friday, which is the day after my colonoscopy. So you are going to get to know the results. You'll know what I know. I'm not going to hold anything back. And if I'm compos mentis on the day, I'm going to try and get some pictures or video of whatever I can. I'm not allowed to take my phone in during the procedure. There's no metal allowed. So, well, that's a bit of a shame. But I also have to take off my wedding ring. I've not done that for a long time. I can't remember the last time I took it off because it's always there. Oh, a little story about the ring. As I looked at it, I thought, oh, I've got to tell you this. This isn't the one I was married with. No, the proper one I've got tucked away safely. The only reason I don't wear it is my fingers are too small to keep it on. I was quite a bit heavier when we got married, and when I lost loads of weight, it was sliding off my finger, and I obviously don't want to lose it. So I bought this one. It's quite cheap, actually. It was about less than £2 on Amazon. It's made of titanium, which I thought would be a bit more expensive than that, but it's like the original titanium, and the reason I bought titanium was that I keep on doing drumming, and I always hit the edge of the drum with my ring finger, which makes a lovely rhythm, but if it was gold or silver it would mark really, really easily. Excuse me, mystery illness. So it's a rainbow one as well, but it doesn't look like a rainbow one. You can't see any rainbowness to it at all because it seems to have worn off. But never mind. It's what the ring represents that's important, isn't it? And that's why I've not taken it off. So, the mystery illness, what is it? It keeps on getting better and worse, and some days I wake up with no energy. Sometimes I'm wheezing or coughing. It does sometimes get really, really wheezy. And I get bunged up, usually at night. Sometimes it's headache over here. At night, sometimes when I'm lying down, it's dribbling from my mouth and nose. That's the image that you can hold on to for this week. I don't know what it is. Some of the symptoms I've had on and off since before Christmas, but it's never been really bad enough to worry about it. Liz worries about the wheezing because, you know, anything to do with my chest, heart and lungs, important things. I think it may be hanging around. This is the latest theory, because my immune system is a bit shot at the moment because of whatever's happening in the lower intestine, which I'm told has a lot to do with the immune system. I'm no expert, but Liz has read up on it as usual. She's like a hoover for medical knowledge. She would have been a doctor. I am really sure she would have been a doctor if circumstances hadn't got the way. At a crucial time in her life, in her teens, when she was supposed to be doing exams, she lost a parent and it set her off on a different course. Anyway, so whatever this cold or long COVID, perhaps, and I say that because when the early days of COVID were happening, if you look back at some of my videos there, listen to my voice at the time, really, really husky. So I think it may be similar to that. I don't know. Or it might be a mild flu, horrible cold. Anyway, I hope it doesn't get worse. This is my worry. Because if I have to take antibiotics for it or anything else, is that going to stop the colonoscopy appointment again? Is it going to delay it? I don't know. It's just a little bit of a worry on top of the continually running bowels. Oh no, there's the image for you to hold on to. And of course, that makes me feel bad a lot of the time. It doesn't make me feel really, really, really ill, but because of I've got not very much energy, and this feeling short of energy, is it down to the cold? How much of it is down to the stomach problems? How much is just having to deal with the whole thing mentally? I don't know. Anyway, right, next thing. Here's a weight loss update. Woohoo! A quick reminder, I started off at 184.4 pounds. I'll put the kilos on the screen on January the 1st. And this morning I was 170 pounds, which means I'm 14.4 pounds lighter. Woohoo! That's a stone in old money. Yeah, 14 pounds in a stone. There's no wonder that Brits and Americans are confused about stuff with a system like that. The other weight news is, remember I said the scales have been given some odd readings and fluctuations? Well, I was thinking it might be because I was using rechargeable batteries. I mean, do they give less power, or are they less stable when they're running down? And if so, does that affect the readings on the scales? Does the power fluctuation mean that the readings go up and down? I don't know. I just don't know. I decided to buy a new set of scales because the old ones were old anyway. They don't even show a reading on the screen anymore. You have to use the app on the phone. You know, maybe they're falling apart with age, just like me. Now, the new scales arrived on the 18th. I started using them on the morning of the 19th. And guess what? They don't show the same weight as the old ones. Well, what a surprise. Who knows how accurate these things are? The most accurate ones I've seen aren't scales you can buy. Well, they certainly aren't cheap scales you can buy. The ones I had in the doctors in Ireland were these balanced ones. You stand on them and they've got weights that you can slide along. And they are really accurate because they always got them checked by an official weight person. I don't know, official scales kind of checker. And so you knew that they were absolutely accurate and you could compare them to the scales, but haven't got that facility at the moment. I thought, let's check what they show, what they both show each day for a week, so I can see which one is reliable. So here are the readings on screen somewhere, and it turns out the readings are different by a different amount each day. Yesterday, I looked at the daily readings and the difference varied from 0.5 pounds and 1.3 pounds. But that only tells me that one or both of them are unreliable. But then this morning, the new scale showed a reading of 0.4 less than the old ones. They were above the old ones for the rest of the time. I'm tempted to use the new ones in future in spite of that, just because they're newer and I quite like the app that comes with them. I'll show you that on a future podcast. But what do I estimate was my start weight on January the 1st if I'd had the new scales then? Should I take an average of the difference between the scales reading over a week and adjust by that amount? That would seem sensible. You can see what I've done on the thing that I'm showing you on the screen. I've already done that. What would you do anyway? Is there a different way of working out whether the scales are accurate or not? So I've done the sums, and the average works out at 0.8 of a difference. So the new scales are a slightly higher reading than the old scales by 0.8. So instead of 184.4, I'm going to make my start weight now 185.2. And what I'm going to do, in case this morning's reading on the new scales was just a blippy false reading, is continue to check until the end of the month. That'll give the amount of weight I've lost in a calendar month anyway. So I'll report on that next time. I don't think it's going to make much difference to the average anyway, because when you're trying to work out an average, the more numbers you use in the sum, the more outrageous a difference you need in order to change the average amount. Oh, the funny thing about the new app that comes with the scales, I put in my measurements and my age and everything, and I put in my target weight, which originally I'd set at 147 pounds, which is 10.5 stone. I might actually aim for 140, which is 10 stone. But anyway, regardless of that, the app is actually showing a target weight of 126 pounds. I didn't tell it to do that. It's decided for itself. Bloody machines telling me how I should look. It's going to give me body dysmorphia or whatever it's called. Well, no, probably isn't. But it's just a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, it asked me for the target weight that I wanted to set and that I was going to be happy with. So why would it set a different one? I know that they work out what the official ideal weight for your height and age is and everything like that, but why would it override me without asking? The machines are taking over. Well, I'm actually in two minds about these machines, these AI things, because I've been getting some really good results from one program that takes my videos and finds the best short clips to release as YouTube Shorts. It adds captions automatically, suggests the best title to get more views from the videos. It does in a few minutes what it would take me hours to do, probably all day to do. And it gives me a choice of 10 or 20 different ones that I can check and edit a bit if I want, so I can release, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And they get in the views, in the thing on the screen where you can see what video you want to watch next, the suggestions for what you want to watch next, and they go higher up the list the more people watch them. That's the good thing, that it's given me loads of choice, so the final result is still down to me of what I put out, and of course they can be edited to exactly what I want. So it's not just the machine that's in charge, it's just a really helpful tool for finding the clips in the first place. They're very clever. Have a look at the recent YouTube Shorts and tell me what you think. They're on the top menu of my YouTube channel next to the playlists and videos. Just click on Shorts and you'll see them all. There's not that many up there at the moment. They're less than a minute long each because that's what I've asked for. I'd appreciate your input and your views. Thank you so much. So next up, as I said, it's a week to the colonoscopy, well, 6 days, and last time I had an appointment booked, I ate the wrong things too close to the laxative flushing out in the day before, so that's why I had to have it rebooked. This time I'm determined to get it right, so I've written myself a menu for the 7 days leading up to go to hospital, based on their recommendations. I've actually played it extra safe. They only recommended a sort of 3-day thing, but I'm going for the full 7 days. And here's an outline of my meal plan somewhere on screen. I'm sticking to my 2 meals a day and the intermittent fasting times that I'm used to. So meals are at 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock approximately. I'm keeping it really simple in terms of food choices, and I've showed it to Liz so that we can plan a bit together and make sure it's all available on the right day, because one or both of us going shopping, we just need to make sure the food's available so that when I'm hungry I'm not scrabbling around in the fridge and maybe picking the wrong thing. There is this slight dilemma I've got of eating the right thing for the colonoscopy and or eating the right thing for my diet and diabetes. As it stands What I'm decided to do is I'm coming off keto for about 4 days, but as I'll be fasting for at least a day and a half at the end of it from Wednesday, I'm going to be straight back into keto, no problems, I think, and I can ease my way into eating very gently as usual. You do have to do that after a fast, and I'm aware of that. I don't suppose I'll be very hungry immediately after the procedure anyway. I'll still be a bit high from the ooh that they're going to give me. Now, I plan to talk about what I've only just found out, which is what the stomach and the bowels and the colon and the intestines actually do, and why you get runny poo, or caca as they call it in Spain. Lovely, caca. But I'll leave that for another podcast, maybe the next one, when I'll have a kind of diagnosis. Hopefully that would be an appropriate time, I think, to talk about that. So how do I feel right now? Well, I told you about the illness, but I feel a bit crap, pardon the pun, but I'm still gigging even with the loss of energy. It was a bit touch and go last night when I played to a very small January audience who were all looking the other way and chatting. There was only 4 of them, which meant I didn't have anyone to react to or to perform to, which is surprisingly draining for an artiste such as myself. Oh, I'm bigging myself up there. And my throat was sore too, and I hadn't had paracetamol to get rid of that, which might have helped anyway. But I made it through, and I didn't damage my throat or lose my voice, as you can hear now. Otherwise it would be really scratchy and hoarse, and there you go. But it's pretty much normal. The thing was, about a dozen people turned up as I was doing my final song. Bleeding typical. So I had to do an extra one for them just when I was mentally preparing myself to finish, and I thought, oh no, I didn't think I could manage another song, but I summoned the energy somehow, because I'm a pro, and I sang Dancing in the Street. That's the Bowie and Jagger version, because it's funky, and they all got up and danced. So I ended up on a high. Unfortunately, it meant I was still buzzing hours later when I got home, and I didn't get to sleep till about 4 in the morning. Never mind the hazards of gigging. Hey ho, I love it. I want to say thank you again. I want to say this on every single podcast I do, to all of you for the support and for the messages. It's been a bit of a crunch time for me and Liz. Normally they say it takes 2 years until a self-employment business makes a profit from scratch. We're both hoping for a good year for both of our businesses. The savings we arrived with, almost gone. It's a bit of a worry. It does beg the question, should we have spent so much getting our teeth fixed? Oh well, that's gone now. It hasn't left much for emergencies now. So what happens if I have to pay some medical bills to get treatment done quickly? What if one of us can't work because of an illness? An illness? There, is that an illness? Or is it the new teeth? What happens? So those are the worries. Anyway, I'm not very good at calling out for support, but do buy me a coffee or 3, or do the membership thing on the Buy Me a Coffee site. That would be really good. The more of you that do just a small, regular amount, that means you don't have to think about it. It just comes out of your bank. It's an easy thing to do. And it's especially good if you know that you're getting something from the whole YouTooSpain experience, whether it's information or entertainment or the sort of personal contact that you get in these video diaries. Or if you're business minded, you could even sponsor a show if there's a relevant product that I can whore myself out to the corporate world with. Yippee! Yes, I have no pride at this moment. You may have noticed on one of the videos I've been looking at Schengen visa calculators again and calling out for reviews. It's been 2 years since I did that and worked out which the best one was, and it's time to see whether anyone's improved on the best one. So I need your help. Check out the video link below and send in your marks out of 10 for your favourite one, the one that you use, and tell us about your user experience and why it's working for you. So that's about all for now. I keep promising to do a driving video. I'm really looking forward to doing it, but I've not actually set the camera holders up yet. But Watch out for that in the future. The first one I've decided is going to be called, "Is this the most terrifying road in all of Spain?" Yes, I'm going to do a daytime drive and a nighttime drive, so that's going to be very exciting. Why have I not done it yet? Well, I just need to find the right time. And I also need to do a few test runs to get the cameras in the right place. And I also need to clean the windscreen inside and out, or the whole thing is going to look pretty awful with bird caca all over the screen. So until next week's reveal of what happened in the hospital, thank you so much for watching and supporting. Be good to each other. Peace and love. See you in the next one.